Hi everyone, today I want to share something that made me realize how much having a boundary is important. And no matter how much knowledge you have gained, no matter how curious you are, no matter how much a good person you are, you will always, there will always be a people who will try to bring you down. No matter how much, even if you are sent, there will be one person out there who will criticize you and judge you. Okay? So at that time, you have to speak up for yourself. You can't be a saint 24/7 even if you get disrespected, because that affects you, that does affect you. And I'm going to share my own experiences that you know I have just recently learned from life, that how much having boundaries is important. We all know that life is a tough teacher, right? And I'm grateful that I got to get to know and get to gain the knowledge that about having a boundary and having to stand up for myself. Because earlier, before that experience happened, earlier I used to be like, I will be nice to everybody and everybody will be nice to me. That isn't the way. That experience taught me that not everyone has a thought like I had. I was like, I'm gonna be nice to everybody, love and peace and all, but there will be people who will shut their mouth. There will be people out there who don't think before they speak, who don't think before they act. There will be people like that. Nobody there. For example, if there is 100% in this world, everybody is different, and everybody has a different belief, different thoughts. No matter how good you treat them, there will be always person who will not tell you you are not doing enough, you are not enough. So you have to stand up for yourself. You have to explain, these are my boundaries, and if you cross them, that's it, that's the end. And I'm grateful for that experiences, and universe taught me that moment that not everybody has a thought like me. Not everybody will have this thought and think that if I be nice to everybody, and if I treat everybody nicely, then kindly, then everybody will treat me kindly too. Sneha, that's not how the world will work. Universe taught me that thing at that moment, and I learned the lesson. There was this one woman who not only once, twice or thrice, and there are a lot of things that I learned from this experience, that from this moment I'm going to share with you all. That woman who was like in mid 30s, she said something to me, very hurtful words. If I was in her place, I won't say that thing, because I know how much how much it will affect, how much that particular one word will affect someone else's mind. And not everybody is this thoughtful. Universe taught me that not everybody is thoughtful in this world. If you are thoughtful, that doesn't mean that everybody will be thoughtful. Every person you meet will be thoughtful. If you are nice, if you are kind, not everybody will be kind to you. Not if you are kind, not everybody will be kind. And I learned this way. I learned. And that woman at first, and the thing is that if you have like came from a broken family or toxic environment, then you will straight go to flight, freeze or fight mode. you know Flight, freeze or fight mode. And at that time, at that particular moment when she said that word in front of other peoples who were also there, I was like, I freezed in that moment. I went into flight mode and I freezed. I got into freeze and flight mode. I was like, no reaction. And but inside I was like so pissed off. Inside I was like, the my response was coming, but only to this level. Above it, I was not able to speak because of, I don't know, chakra blockage or anything. Because I did not speak up for myself, that caused me the blockage here. So I have, from that moment I was like, Sneha, it doesn't, if you're kind and if you believe, if you have this belief that if you're kind, everybody will be kind. No, Sneha, that's not it. That's not like that. That's not how this world is, Sneha, and that's a reality. Even if you like or even if you don't like, you know. And at that moment, I was like, I went into like flight and freeze mode. I was like, and that made easier to that woman who was disrespecting me and who was using that hurtful words, uh, who was older, who was like in her mid 30s, and that made her, my no reaction made her speak more, disrespect me more. And I know that if someone is disrespecting someone who is not able to talk, who is not able to respond, then that woman who is disrespecting is a weak person among that group.